Hello everybody, this is me Gibbon, and in this video I'm going to practice to make my daily vaginal practice, and we're going to talk about the topic of the title. Okay, so today I'm going to practice with 6 kilos on my ankle. Very standard practice for me, kinda 6 kilos is my favorite. So let's jump into the topic. In Bulgaria, we have a say about these men who have sexual problems, and we have this idiom like it says like this: "На калпавия хуй космите му пречат," which stands for to the weak penis, the intimate hair is a problem. So we can say it like only the weak penis is complaining about the intimate hair, something like this. So we have some kind of weakness in the first place, but not as it is widespread, like only in the pelvic floor, and the pelvic floor muscles to be something like a miracle for intimate problems of the man and of the male and female body, but we have weakness in the whole body. So that's why pelvic floor exercises, they do not work for the really weak. I mean, for people who really have problems with premature ejaculation, or people who have problems like erectile dysfunction. Also, women also, like some women have real problems with their reproductive system, and just regular exercising of the pelvic floor muscles won't be that helpful for them. So I'm just gonna set my timer for 15 minutes and let's go. Because we have weakness in our whole body, it is not only on the pelvic floor. There are very few problems, I mean disease, in which the cause of the problem is in just only one exact area. Majority of the disease are because of the whole body. The whole body works in a way that causes some symptoms that is making disease, like the many organs and organ systems participate in developing this disease. So in this crush of the system, disease like premature ejaculation are totally one of these, because when I talk with people who have it, and I talk with them pretty often, believe me, because of my YouTube channel, they're also complaining about something. So there is a very obvious sign of weak body. So they see a problem in a place that there is no problem, or they see a big problem in a place that the problem is just a little. Or it was the same in my case. So I really started to focus on some feelings that I feel during these years that I've suffered from premature ejaculation. For example, the feeling of hypersensitivity of the head, or the feeling of this of this contraction with tingling in my pelvic floor, or like the feeling of extreme excitement and hype during the sex, the penetration. And I was going really deep into thinking about it. And this in a way creates a story, like creates a story of mine, but in reality it is nothing like that. In reality is I used to have weak heart, because the heart is the main organ that is responsible for our sexual abilities. So weak heart, weak kidneys, so all the energies, like the heart energy, the kidney energy, the liver energy, the lung energy, all of these energies were blocked. So I used to have a lot of blockages, but it is very hard to admit that you are one sick and blocked person, especially in this young age, and you are constantly searching in some problem, like detail problem, like let's fix this pelvic floor, let's fix this hypersensitivity. But even if you have hypersensitivity, why is this hypersensitivity? Because of your nervous system, because of your heart, because of the blood system, the vessels, the main vessels, the arteries, the veins, the capillaries, they are weak. So the blood that is circulating, you have some problems in it, so you have some blockages in it. That's why you have this tingling in the pelvic floor, that's why you have this fast contraction, that's why you feel this hypersensitivity, and that's why you feel this hype, because your whole body works in that way, because it is weak. If you are strong, you don't have these problems. So if you have a lot of energy everywhere, you don't have these problems. And but why it is not common to this knowledge, like why it's not more spread? Like if you have premature ejaculation, you are just in a poor health. So this is my statement, and why this statement is um, not more widespread, because it is hard to admit it, and most of the people want to be something easy, like something like the pelvic floor, some in some detail, so something that makes sense, because the pelvic floor is engaged in the process of ejaculation. It's very easy to lie to somebody that he need to strengthen his pelvic floor and the pelvic floor is weak, and if he does not succeed, you are telling him that he's not working hard enough. And this is a very very cool shame. Like there are many sex coaches who are making money by this shame, but in reality we have blockages in our body that makes the energy flow in a way that it results in premature ejaculation. In some people it's not this disease, it's some other. The blockages results in high blood pressure, or you name it, like any name. This is the traditional Chinese medicine explanation of the disease. And my solution is constantly unblocking my body. Like I'm unblocking my body every single day. Why every single day? Because the stress factors, the blocking factors, are also attacking our bodies every single day. So once you have a disease, you should be very focused on keeping it away and keeping your body safe and unblocking your energy. So I solved my premature ejaculation with heavy practice of Pai Da Wajin. And because the practice is very time consuming, and we can say that it is boring, because you see, this is the exercise I'm exercising right now. So basically I'm sitting like this from 30 minutes to 1 hour every single day. And after a few months or maybe a year, you start to feel it like very, very boring to do it. Even though you have the results, you don't want to practice because, oh man, I'm gonna lay again for so long time, and you avoid doing it. And because of these situations, I from time to time lie myself to try something else and go back to some yoga theories, yoga postures, like yoga bandhas exercises, like mula bandha, like mahamudra, you name it, like the sarvangasana, which is the shoulder stand pose, the shirshasana, which is the headstand pose. All these mentioned are exercises which are called urdhva in yoga, and they are lifting this invisible energy up from the pelvic to the torso and the head, and this can result in sex control. Yeah, it can be like that, but in a weak body, even this transformation is not happening in its best. So I always go back to Pai Da Lajin. It turns out that this is the only thing that helps every time because it covers all the systems. I never unblock only one place, or I never focused my energy only in one area, because the problem is in many systems, in many organ systems, in many energy channels that are blocked. So I prefer to unblock everything and keeping more and more my practice in Lojin. So if there is something that I regret during my years of research of how to cure premature ejaculation, I regret every time that I've stopped practicing Lojin and started to practice something else, because I want an easier solution. Lojin is the best. Paida and Lojin, these two are simply the best, at least in my opinion. That's why I'm making these videos, because I have, my opinion is very strong, very strong. I doubt every single method since I've tried Paida Lojin, because before that I used to try a lot of them. And Paida and Lojin are very different from most of the things, because if we take, for example, pills, they help to last longer, no question about that. The SSRIs, they help, but in the same time they have this psychotic effect and you are not the same person. Also, you cannot drive a car, it's unsafe. And like you have even sometimes they do not work that much, but yeah, you are not the same person. So not you is this guy who is making sex. So in Paida Lojin, you unblock your energy, you gain your control, and you are the guy in control. So you're the boss, and all of it depends on how much you practice it. So this is also very simple. The more you practice, the better the effects. For example, if I stretch, if I make like 3 hours of stretching, getting through all Lajin postures, because this posture is only one of the Lajin postures, I'll have the best effect. But if I practice like for 15 minutes per leg or 30 minutes per leg, I'll have a little bit less effect. And if I just jump on the bench for 5 minutes each leg, in total 10 minutes, I won't have that stable effect, that good effect. So it is time consuming, but in the same time easy to understand. And it's very easy to track the results. So let me see the chat section. I can see that there are some comments. Well, I have a little more than a minute and a half, so I'm gonna check them later. I don't wanna move my hands a lot, my arms a lot while stretching. So I'll get back to the comments after a minute. So what else about the complaining? The complaining, it's huge problem. So people start to complain a lot every time when someone new is texting me. Of course, there are some exceptions. So I can see that the guys in the chat, so some of there are exceptions in this rule, but every time someone asks me some question, he's complaining about some hypersensitivity or complaining about some small detail, and doesn't like it when I tell him to practice every day, so to improve the overall health of the body. But you know what? This is the truth for me. So if your health is shaky, your sex life will be even worse, because usually the sex life is the first thing that changes if the energy is not enough in one's body, because it's not something very important for the life. All the other organ systems will keep working because they're keeping you alive, but the reproductive system will work properly only if you have enough energy. Okay, let's see the chat. Oh, you're very good friends of mine, guys, who are chatting so much. Okay. Justin, my best subscriber. Hospitals would go out of business if everyone knew Python. Yeah, probably they'll reduce their income a lot. Alexander Mikhailov, very smart guy. You keep the smile on your face all the time, you won't believe the effect it has. That's a Taoist technique too. You keep the smile on your face all the time, you won't believe. Okay, I'll try it, but when I'm home alone, because I don't wanna be creepy to the streets. A very powerful one and fits very well to Lajin. Okay, Alexander, thank you. And Michael, long time no see, man. Hello, my friend. I have already reached 25-minute in Lajin pose on each leg, but before that, I do Paida tapping from top to bottom along the meridian of the bladder for 10 minutes on each leg. Wow, crazy practice. Congrats about that. Then it is much easier to stay in Lajin position. I warm up the muscles and I use the meridians of the bladder. A double effect. Sometimes after Lajin, I also Paida of the same meridian. Sounds great. I'm not a fan of tapping for 10 minutes in many places. I'm more fan of tapping a lot of time in exactly one spot, but it still works on the legs. If you are doing it, it probably works for you, so it's good. Keep up the good work. And do you have any results to share, like the erection, the duration? Do you have any improvement? And we have Justin again. My complaint is I'm too lazy. Yeah, the laziness is the biggest enemy, for sure. So this is the only enemy we have in Python watching, actually. It is a problem of me too, because yeah, uh, when I became too lazy, I want to search for something easier than Python, something that won't make me feel that uncomfortable. And it always ends up with a fail. And I always go back to Python. It's turned out to be the best thing I've ever tried. Um, and it has a very good effects though. Okay. I'm waiting for Michael if he has to share any results from his practice, actually. But probably he's somewhere before that, so probably he's watching a few minutes earlier. So okay, this was the video about today. In a summary, we have, I don't have it right now. I used to have it because I work on it every single day, but we have premature ejaculation, not because of pelvic floor, not because of hypersensitivity, not because of some depression or anxiety. Most probably we have it because of all of these. And all of these, according to traditional Chinese medicine, we have it because uh, we have it because we have weak hearts, weak lungs, weak liver, weak kidney energies. So we must work on improving our invisible energy. Or if we do not believe in invisible energy, it is again very logical to stretch, to warm the body, to improve the blood supply everywhere. It is again improving the heart. So Python is improving the heart, improving the comfort, improving the position of the body, and all the fluids start to flow freely in the body, and the health is restored because of this. So why do you have a hypersensitivity? Because not enough blood can reach that place to have enough oxygen to be with normal sensitivity. Like the hypersensitivity comes when there is not enough oxygen, and when something is not good supplied with from the nervous system. For example, you have some blockage in the spinal cord, and it is constantly sending signals, which results in a hyper electrified membranes. So yeah, Michael, the effect I felt was not in the sexual sphere, but I'm lowering the pressure. Nice. The inner smile technique helped me to increase the last gen duration from 7 minutes to 20 minutes in a week. It helps relax the painful spots. Actually, if you are just a young guy, this is very normal to go for a week from 7 minutes to 20 minutes. Like it was the same in me without using this inner smile technique. Maybe with the inner smile technique, it could be even better. I don't know. Nice, good. You see, we have a case of lowering high blood pressure. Amazing. Okay, guys, it was a pleasure. I'm gonna continue my next stretching, like
the other side of the body without recording. It was a pleasure, not pressure. It was a pleasure, totally no pressure. And see you in the next video. Bye, guys.